Cowboys Nation and football fans, what's going on? It's Alex back again, and real quick before we dive into today's video, I have to say this because most of you watch my videos every single week, but you still haven't subscribed, so hit that subscribe button right now. It helps the channel grow, it keeps you in the loop, and it makes sure you never miss any Dallas Cowboys breaking news, injury reports, or NFL updates. I promise you don't want to be the person hearing big news days later when you could have been the first to know. So take 1 second, click subscribe, and now let's get right into this, because today we have a massive story that crosses paths between the Dallas Cowboys and one of their former stars, Micah Parsons, and trust me, you are going to want to hear every detail of this one. Now, hey race, the thing we all know, week 1 of the NFL season is special. There's a different kind of energy in the air. Fans are fired up, teams are fresh, and every snap feels like it could set the tone for the rest of the season. But this week 1 comes with a huge question hanging in the air. Will Micah Parsons, the former Dallas Cowboys superstar linebacker who shocked the league when he landed with the Green Bay Packers, actually be on the field and suited up today, or is his status in serious doubt because of this injury update? And let me tell you, this situation has been buzzing all over the NFL world. Think about it. Just a year ago, Micah Parsons was the absolute heartbeat of the Cowboys defense, a guy who could line up anywhere and make life miserable for quarterbacks and offenses across the league. He wasn't just a good player, he was the kind of talent who could single-handedly change a game, and if you have been following the Cowboys, you already know losing him was painful for Dallas fans. And now fast forward to today, the big question is, will Micah Parsons even be ready for his Packers debut, or will injuries force him to the sideline before the first whistle of week 1 even blows? Reports started coming out earlier this week that Micah was dealing with some physical issues, and that instantly sent shockwaves through not just Green Bay but across the entire NFL. You know how it goes anytime a superstar player has an injury report attached to their name. Fans start panicking, analysts start debating, and opponents start calculating how that changes the matchup. So what exactly is going on with Parsons, and will he play today? That's the million-dollar question. According to sources around the Packers, Micah Parsons popped up on the injury report with what they're calling a minor lower body issue. Now, hey race, where it gets interesting, some reports said it was precautionary, meaning the Packers might just be resting him to make sure he's 100%, but other whispers suggest the issue could be a little more concerning than the team is letting on, and that uncertainty is why so many fans are glued to this situation right now, because you and I both know when a player of Parsons' caliber is questionable for week 1. That is not a small story. This is a potential game changer. Let's pause here and really think about this, because if Parsons plays today, we are going to see fireworks. Plain and simple, the Packers' defense has been solid, but adding Micah Parsons takes it to another level. Imagine him lining up on the edge, bringing that relentless pass rush, or dropping back into coverage to confuse the quarterback. That's the kind of versatility that makes offensive coordinators lose sleep. But if he doesn't play, if he's sidelined because of this injury, suddenly the Packers' defense doesn't look nearly as intimidating, and that could completely swing the momentum in this week 1 matchup. And hey race, another angle that makes this story so fascinating from a Cowboys fan perspective, seeing Parsons in a Packers jersey is already strange enough, but now knowing he might not even be able to suit up makes it feel like the football gods are playing with everyone's emotions. Dallas fans are watching closely, because let's be real, even though Parsons is gone, he'll always be connected to the Cowboys. His story will always be linked back to what he did in Dallas, and seeing him sidelined right when the season kicks off adds even more drama to the narrative. Now let's dig a little deeper into what the injury reports actually mean, because we have all seen it before. A player shows up as questionable on Friday but ends up playing 80 snaps on Sunday like nothing happened. On the flip side, we have also seen situations where teams downplay an injury all week only for that player to get ruled out at the last second, leaving fans stunned. So where does Micah fit into this pattern? Well, the latest buzz around the league is cautiously optimistic. Most insiders believe Parsons wants to play badly, and if you know anything about his mentality, this guy is a competitor. He thrives on being on the field. He's not someone who wants to sit out and watch from the sidelines, but the decision ultimately comes down to the Packers' medical staff and coaching staff, and they're going to weigh the risks heavily. You have got to remember, this isn't just week 1 for the Packers. This is the beginning of what they hope will be a long season, and if they rush Parsons back too early and Something gets worse that could derail their entire plan, so they're walking a fine line here: play him today and take the risk, or sit him down and protect him for the long haul. Either way, the decision will be controversial and fans will have a lot to say about it. Now, I want you to picture this scenario with me, because this is the type of drama that makes the NFL so incredible. Imagine the cameras zooming in during warm-ups today, fans in the stadium holding their breath watching Parsons jog out onto the field, testing that leg or whatever part of the body is bothering him. Every little movement will be analyzed. Is he limping? Is he favoring one side? Is he explosive off the line? These are the things fans will be obsessing over, and social media will be going absolutely crazy with updates minute by minute. And I want to hear from you guys on this, because this is where the debate gets really interesting. Do you think Micah Parsons should suit up and play today, even if he's not 100%, or do you think the Packers should hold him out and make sure he's healthy for the long stretch of the season? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because I know Cowboys fans, Packers fans, and just NFL fans in general are going to have strong opinions about this one. But let's not forget the other side of this too. For the Cowboys themselves, seeing Parsons possibly miss Week 1 is bittersweet. On one hand, it shows that maybe Dallas was right to move on when they did, but on the other hand, it's a reminder of just how much they miss having his presence on defense, because let's be real, the Cowboys' defense is still strong, but no one has that same game-wrecking impact that Parsons brought when he wore the star. So as we get closer and closer to kickoff, hey, race, what we know: Micah Parsons has been listed on the injury report. His status has been described as questionable. There are optimistic signs, but nothing is guaranteed, and whether he plays or not today, this is already one of the most talked about stories heading into Week 1. It affects the Packers, it affects their opponent, and yes, it still connects back to the Cowboys because of everything Parsons meant to this franchise. And before we wrap this up, let me just say this: this is why we love football, because every week brings drama, storylines, and twists you could never script in Hollywood. Today's drama is centered around Micah Parsons and the question of whether he will take the field or not, and either way, the ripple effect is going to be massive. So Cowboys Nation and NFL fans, thank you so much for rocking with me today. If you are still watching, you are the real MVPs, and if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Seriously, hit that subscribe button right now, because it'll be here every single week, breaking down injuries, trades, updates, and everything in between for the Dallas Cowboys and the NFL. We'll also be posting detailed videos diving deeper into situations like this, so if you are curious about all the behind-the-scenes details, make sure to check those out on the channel. Alright, that's it for me today. I'm Alex. This has been your Micah Parsons injury update heading into Week 1. We are all going to be watching closely to see if he suits up today. Stay tuned, stay subscribed, and as always, catch you in the next one.